Hey everybody, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome back to my playthrough of 2D6 Dungeon. This is Bryke, my explorer, or I call him Bryke the Delver. And in the last episode, I stopped at this door and backtracked. I'm going to take the chute back up to the surface and visit town quickly. I've got some gold. I've got some other stuff that I can use to or sell, and hopefully looking to buy some more potions and things like that. So I will go up to town, and there's a process when you return to town that you have to follow. And basically, you go to the market first. Now, liberating prisoners, I did liberate one right here. So I get to roll on this table. I roll a d6. I rolled a 4. You hear that the prisoner was a pious worshiper of a random god. Roll on GOT1 and gave him a favor point. Okay, I will see which one. I've got lots of favor points, and at some point I know I'm going to have to turn those in for a favor, because the dungeon is starting to get very, very complicated, very difficult, and sooner or later I'm going to have to do it. All right, so here it is right here. Roll a d6. I rolled a 6. Radicina. So I will add, I've got 2 points with Radicina now. I've got 5 with Intuneric. 2 with Nevizator, and 3 with Muratani. So not too bad. We are now done with that, and I need to sell my items. So what am I going to sell? Well, I have 122 gold, but what I can sell, I have a ring that says worth 5 gold. So we'll just do this. I'm gonna write this down. We got 5. Then I have 2 medium quality sapphires. And gems retain their full value. So I'll go up here and look at that. The 2 medium sapphire medium is 8 apiece. So that is 16. And I don't have to, I'll just put that over here. I don't have to roll to see how much money I'm going to lose there. Let's see, what else do I have? A scroll of paralysis. Don't know. Let me see what that does. I'm not a big fan of scrolls. They're finicky. You have to roll doubles to cast them. A scroll of paralysis. Clench your fist, focus on one foe, and they freeze. You get +3 free swings in one combat. Well, that is not bad. And it's just roll doubles, and I could sell it for 11 gold, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to keep it. And that is it. So 5, it's not even worth probably rolling on the thing, but let's see what happens. Then you go and you find out how the merchant, whether they took advantage of you or not. You roll 2d6 and you add your, your discipline? Add your adventurer level and deduct your precision. So my adventurer level is 7, and my precision is +4. So you roll this, add your level. Roll 2d6, add your level, deduct precision. Okay. I rolled a 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 minus 4 is 12. 12 is you did well and stood strong. You add 10% of the sell price. 10% of 5, I'll get 6 gold. 6 plus 16 is 22, so I have 144 gold to go to town with. All right. Next is buying items. Now, I am not going to be doing anything fancy here. So what I'm looking at is just getting some scrolls, because I've run out a lot of healing potions. And those are usually the things you really want to get. So let's go see what these potions cost. A potion of of further healing is +25, and you can go over your baseline. It is 40 gold. I would like 2 of those. So I'm going to get 2 further healings for 80. That leaves me with 64. And I have 2 potions of further healing. And like I said, I like those because I already have 1 left over from a previous thing. So I'm going to add 2 now. So I've got a total of 3. And those are +25, and you can go over base. That should do it. Let's look at what other things I could buy. Armor. Armor's always interesting because armor is expensive, and I really can't afford anything. I've got right now. I've got a banded shield, a helmet, and shoulder platelets. The helmet, a great helm, is 95. I don't have 95, so that's not even worth it. Winged helm, I don't have enough. Yeah, it's not worth it. The banded shield is the best shield until I go to is there a better shield? It does not look like there's a better shield. All right, so I've got the best shield. Shoulder platelets, shoulder. Yeah, there's nothing I can afford that's going to help me here. So let's go buy the amulets are expensive. Rings. Now, rings are interesting. I have not considered these. Ring of Baseness. +1 to discipline and +1 to the fail to cast rolls. Okay. +1 discipline. Cast at the beginning of combat to cause the enemy to miss their first turn. Staff of Claw. I don't want to do that. Wand of Fireballs, Wand of Lightning, Wand of Sunder. Nah. So let's look at potions. Prowess. Prowess is 26, and you get +1 shift for 1 whole combat. Phasing potions might be nice. I think I have a bunch of those. I have 3 left, so I'm good there. Strength, +1 damage for a whole combat. Wow, regeneration, heal up to 60, and it costs 80 gold. Nah, I'm not going to do that either. I think I'm just going to save my gold and try to get a better piece of armor on my next return to the surface. All right, so now that that's done, I don't have anything to engrave. I don't need any herbalist stuff. Buying rations, I'm good. I've got rations. I think I've got 2 left, maybe 3. 2. I've got 2 left. I'm not going to go to the tavern and try any exploits, and I'm not going to arm wrestle. I can go to the temple and get +1, and I'm going to do that for Nevizator. I will go to Nevizator's temple and get a favor point. Town Hall, arm wrestling. I'm not going to do it, and I haven't found the legendary rewards yet. So that is that. All right. So what I will do is I will return to the dungeon. I will scratch out the chute, and it is time to finish this dungeon out. There is an unlocked door here, which I will go through. And I'm getting pretty close to finding the final room that will have the stairs down to level 7. So let's go through this door and see where we wind up. Big room. Okay, this 6 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 5. How many exits? No exits. All right, there we go. We have found the end of the dungeon. I have covered more than 75% of it, so I can call it done. I'll put the stairs down, but before we do, we have to see what kind of room this is. It is a 6-3. Have I rolled that before? Doesn't look like it. All right, so let's go. We're on level 6, so I need to go to the level 6 tables, which is the orange. Yeah. Level 6 standard room is on page 71, which I wrote it there. Should have seen that. All right, 6-3 is a paneled room. All right, so this will be the 13, 12, 13. This was 14. Yep, shifting statues. Okay, and then we had to backtrack. So this is room 15, and this is the final room. So, paneled room. It says, the walls have been lined with wooden paneling. Into this, words and lines have been carved. It looks as if someone has been writing some crazy scriptures, but you cannot read it. Roll on IAUT 3. I don't know if I've ever rolled on IAUT 3. They get more dangerous as the higher the interrupt rooms. IAUT 3 is on page 64. And we will roll a 6-5. 6-5 IAUT 3. 6-5. It says, Once in the space, you know that one of the exit doorways has a magical barrier in it instead of what is listed on the room description. Randomly determine which and change it on your map. If you pass through it, lose 2 HP. If you return this way, the same happens. Well, that's interesting because it is a dead-end room. So, and I'm done investigating. So, the way this would work is my hero will move down to level 7. Now, what you can do is you can take a break between levels, and you can eat a ration, and you heal a certain number of health. I'm at 39 right now. My maximum health is 70, so I'm like halfway through my health. I probably should drink a potion before I go down, which I probably will do. But let's go ahead and do what we can here. So when you go between levels, on levels, there it was. Let's see, calling for favor, lower levels, leaving the dungeon. I'm not leaving the dungeon. I came back in. I just want to go down a level. So where is that? Let's see. Checking doors. Some slats. Got to be right here. All right. Entrance to the next level. And the next level. When you go down, you can use a ration. If you have no rations or choose, you feel drained. Lose half your current health. The rations do not count. While resting, and only if you eat a ration, which I will do, you recover some health. Gain 2 hit points per adventure level. So I'm level 7, 14, actually per adventurer level, yeah. 7 times 2 is 14, 14 plus 39, it would take me up to, well, plus 40 would be 54, so I'm going to be at 53. So I go up to 53, which isn't too bad. I would like to be up to full health. If you have cloth or bandage, you can gain an additional 2 HP, which I probably do, but I'm not going to worry about it. Instead, I have a healing. I have a potion of gain health. I can't remember what that one gives me, but it might get me right up there. Potion of gain health is gain 15. That would take me up to 68. I will do that. I will go up to 68. And let's see, 68, where are you? And I will burn that potion. Potion of gain health, done. Need to clean this mess up on my iPad. Got a lot of marks and stuff. All right. That is it. So we are now going to go down to level 7. This is honestly the lowest I have been in the dungeon. So we are now, I think, in unexplored territory. This is level 7. And again, you roll for the entry room. Let me do this. Entrance to the next level. Naturally roll. Okay, draw the banner. All right, so roll for the entrance room as you did for level 1. No doubles. 1 by 2. So it has to be at least a 6. So it has 1 entrance, 2 entrances, and 3. Like that. And this is the entry room. And I'll just put stairs going up like that. All right, let's keep going. We are now on level 7, and level 7 is the gray. Yep, the gray tables. All right, so level 7 basic rooms. What is that? Or basic is on page 84. Small is on 88, and large is on level 7 large. Where are you? Level 7 large. 81. There's also something called level 7 blessed by the gods table. I've never seen that before, but okay. All right, let's go. We will go through the east door here. And it is a corridor, so it goes 1 over and 2 up. Let's keep following it. It's a small room, 3 by 2, with 2 exits. All right, so I'll put 1 here, and I'll put 1 over here. This is going to be room number 1. We roll to see what type of room it is. It's a small, so it's going to be a 5, 6, which is an 11. You add it for the small rooms. Page 88. Small rooms, that would be an 11. It is a pulsing wall. Pulsing wall. One of the walls here is undulating with metamorphic magic. If sensed, it rushes through you as you approach. Gain 4 health. One-time use only. Okay, I'm up to 72. It doesn't say you can't go over, but a lot of the magic that I've seen will let you gain 4 HP, one-time use. You know what? Hold on. One of the walls, it sends, if sensed, it rushes through you as you approach. I don't get it, but okay. And it is unique. I'll just take myself up to 70, which is my max. I don't know if I can go over, but err on the side of, making the dungeon a little harder. All right. When it's a small room, it's just corridors, so I don't have to roll to see what type of room it is. Yep. And we'll go east. Another 2 over, 1 up. Follow it. 2 over, 1 up. Okay. Another corridor. Wow. A 5 up. It goes 1 over and 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a weird looking dungeon. And I follow it to a 5x2 room. 2 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many doors? How many exits? 2 is 1. I will put it here. This is going to be room number 2. This is going to be a small dungeon, I think. It is a 2-1. So room number 2, I rolled a 2-1. And that is on page 84. 2-4 is a trophy room. Trophy room. Mounted on the walls here are a range of trophy heads of large animals. Heavy furs line the floor. The furs are too heavy to take. If you file off a set of horns, a patrol comes. Roll on L7P, and it's reinforced door. I'm not gonna saw any horns off, but it is a unique room, by the way. Is it locked? 4 is metal doors only, so it is unlocked. And we will go through it. Another 2x5 room. All right, we'll make it parallel to this one. How many exits? 4 is 2. All right, we'll make 1 down here, and we'll make 1 going up. This is room number 3. It is a 1-1. Making some interesting rolls today. 1-1. A Nevizator statue. Nevizator statue. Standing tall is a statue of a beggar with a wrap around his eyes. He reaches out in the darkness. This is a sacred place. If you can apply 2 offerings, gain 1 FP and roll on L7BT, and it's archways here. Now let's see what Nevizator likes. I can never remember. Nevizator, sticks, cloth, hemp, rope, glass orbs, and sapphire. Well, I sold my sapphires. Sticks, ball of thread. I do have some flint, lantern pouch, tankard, cabbage horns, rat tail, coal, throwing knives. I don't have what I need. Sticks, cloth, hemp, or rope. No, I do not. Lantern, pouch, flax, tankard, cabbage leaves, thread and ball of nails, hammer nails. I don't. That is unfortunate. All right, well, let's keep going. We'll go north. And that's a big room. All right. 6x5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I make the frame of the room. I roll to see how many exits. 3 is, I think that's 2. 3 is 1 exit. All right, we'll make it go north. And this will be room number 4. And let's see what this is. It is a 5-4. And the Nevizator room was unique, by the way. 5-4 on page 84, is a Meduva construct. This is a, I wonder if this dungeon focuses on gods. Meduva construct. Piled high is a mound of bones. It is lashed with leather cords. Skulls sit atop the creation. This is a sacred place. If you apply 2, gain 1 Meduva and L7BT, and it is random door. So I got to roll for the what type of door is it? Actually, I don't really do that yet. Let's find out what Meduva wants. And I got to make 2 donations. All right, Meduva. Meduva likes, oh, okay, here we go. Meduva likes bone, which I do have that. Ash, leather. I have a, I thought I had leather. Do I not? Doesn't look like I do. Throwing darts, healing paste, large backpack, teeth, fangs. Don't have any teeth. Wishbone or emeralds. I have none of this. That's okay. And again, this should be a unique room, and it is. Okay. Well, we're going to find all the gods here, I guess. All right. Now I need to roll for what type of door this is. So I go back to the start. It's this table, level 7. Roll 2d6. That is a 6-5. 6-5 is wooden door locked. All right. It is a locked wooden door. Okay, I have a lockpick, +2. You roll for the difficulty of the door, which is 8. And then you roll 2d6, you add your precision, and you can add the +2 of the lockpick. And I have to equal 8 or beat it. My precision is +4. I rolled an 11 +4. Yeah, I totally unlocked that door. All right, let's go through it. That is a 3-3, but it is doubles. So you roll, anytime you roll doubles for a room, you roll it again and add it. So 3, 6. So this is going to be a 6x9 room. 6x9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't do 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll just make it 6 times 9 is 54. 8 times 7 is 56. So I'll just extend it 1. To try to make it roughly the same size. It's a giant room, large room. How many exits? 5 is 2 exits. I'll put 1 up here. Put 1 up here and 1 down here. All right. Shade this in so you can see my hastily drawn dungeon a little better. All this is shaded in. Like I said, I do this mainly so that on the video, I think maybe you can see it a little better, the areas I've been. Yeah. All right. Large room is on page 81. You roll 2d6 and add them together. That is a 10. 10 on the large room. A skeleton gallery. This sounds cool. Skeleton gallery. Is it unique? Yes. Archways. All right, so these are archways. I don't have to worry about rolling for it. A large skeleton of a scale hound is on display here. As you enter, it brings it to life. Fight it. The creature has +10 hit points. All right, a scale hound. A large scale of a scale hound. All right, let's look up scale hound. I don't know what level that will be. Probably a high one, like a level 6, 7, or 8 creature. And I've never fought one before. I will throw the card up on the screen so you can see it. Scale hound. It's not a level 5. Scale hound. It is a level 6. So let's go ahead and fight this thing. Now it does have +10 health. Now I will set this card on the screen so you can see it. Normally it's got 50 health, so it has 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it has 6 rows of these. All right, 60 health. 800 XP. Yeah, it has 2 shift. It blocks on primary 2s, 4s, and 6s. 2, 4, and 6, which really stinks because that means it will block on my clobber and my crush at -3. Okay, 2 shift. A set of fangs without becoming bloodied. All right. Now, as I walk in, I do have a throwing axe, which I will do. The throwing weapons you get to use once. When you enter the room, you get to fling them before anything else. So let's go ahead and do that. Mainly because it just gives you like an extra, gives you an extra attack. So throwing axes do 6 damage. So you still attack first. Throwing weapons always hit successfully, but they may not always cause damage. Roll the d6. So he can basically block. We see if he blocks. A 3, 6. 3, 6. If the primary dash matches the creature's primary interrupt, it does not. Its primary is 2, 4, 6. So it does not block it. Subtract that interrupt from the both the primary and second mass. Subtract. Okay. So 6 damage right off the bat. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, let's go. Now we are on turn number 1, and I have, how many shift do I have? I think I got 3, right? I have +3 shift. I don't know why I put 4. Level 7 should have 3 shift, if I remember right. Level 7 has 3 shift. Yeah. All right. I will be attacking first, and I come at it with a 1-3. With 3 shift, I could get this to a 4, but not this to a 4, and I certainly can't get that to a 5, so I miss. It comes at me with a 2-3. With 2, I took the shift. With 2 shift at its use, it can make this a 4, but not a 1, and it cannot get this to a 5, so it misses. Turn number 2. I swing with a 5-3. Now, it doesn't block on a primary 5, which is good, and I have 3 shifts, so I will convert, and it's an automatic, it's a lambast, it's an exact hit. So it does d6 plus 5, and I get to add my shift, which is 3. So it does d6 plus 8. 2 plus 8 is 10. I will just knock out this entire bottom row here. And that was excellent. It comes at me and rolls a 3-1. With the 2 shift, it can turn this to a 4-1. It cannot, it's a 4-1. I don't block on a primary 4, but I do block on a secondary 1 at -2. I don't know how that got changed. All these are 2. I take 2 damage off. So it does 2d6 plus 2, and then I subtract 2. So it's just doing 2d6 damage. 10 damage. Wow. Okay. Just like that. That was good. Turn number 3. A 5-2. Again, I will turn that to a 5-3. Well, hold on. Let me see. Do I want to make it a 6-5? I could. Well, no, I couldn't because I only have 3 shifts. So I can't. But I could do a 4-4, but it blocks on a primary 4. So let's stay with a 5-3, and it does d6 plus 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 damage. 1, 2, and I'll block out the rest of this. All right. Well, I keep these under 30 minutes, and we are out of time. So you're going to have to join me in the next video to see how this combat turns out. Until then, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of 2d6 Dungeon. I'll be back in a week, and I'll see you then. Everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.